6 minutes, 40 seconds is not the pressure. The pressure is coming after Nick, Luca, Mimi, and all the various speakers that we had for the last couple of days. So that obviously is going to be a challenge. But anyway, the unexpected. Who's this unexpected guy on the stage today? Well, Manuel is a 70s boy, is almost 30 years in the UAE, Spanish, with a business administrations and a hospitality by DNA. Why do I say DNA? I'm the second generation of a hotelier that obviously developed as well his career also in the Middle East. So what is the title? We have a title here, Where Commercial Instinct Meets the General Management Mastery. That title could probably be an e-cornell newsletter, or could be a hotelier.com newsletter header. So what it means is, why would we give a commercial guy a general manager position? If you look back a few years ago, general managers used to come from rooms division, used to come from food and beverage, and by no means you would have an owner or a corporate office coming and thinking that the sales guy that most of the time spends time traveling around the world and having coffees and entertainment in the lobby with the guests is going to be running my hotel. Absolutely no way. Luckily, things changed. Years ago, obviously, we started having a little bit more strength and separation of what used to be sales and marketing. So we had from one side sales, from one side we had marketing, and what used to be a reservations department became a revenue management. So automatically, you had more focus on the top line. I mean, yesterday I heard somebody saying, look, it's not about saving cost. It's not about the flow through only. If you don't have the top line, if you don't have, sorry for the expression, bumps in beds, there's nobody you're going to serve breakfast, nobody you're going to check in. So obviously the commercial aspect is becoming the vital position. And with this, I don't want to get into any conflict. We have enough conflicts around the world not to create another one, and to think who is the best general manager, if a commercial, an F&B, or rooms division. But I think that nowadays we can see that more and more, from an asset management point of view, from an owner's point of view, the focus is on the commercial and the top line. When you do a budget presentation and you're in front of the owners, the budget has one document which is vital. That's called either a business plan or a marketing plan. And obviously that has segmentation, pricing, and a commercial strategy. So with this, what I want to say is that the more that we move into the last few years and where we stand right now, the more focus is on the commercial. When I say commercial, I want to segregate again, and I will talk about a little bit, not being a commercial pitch, but the Marjan Island project, the unexpected, is a hotel that is part of the Palladium group, a Spanish group. You probably have heard of Ushuaia in Ibiza. So this is the second hotel. And obviously to reposition or to position or to launch a new brand in a destination that is growing and booming like Al Marjan Island in Ras Al Khaimah requires a lot of efforts, from sales in terms of activities, from marketing in terms of electronic distribution, as well as in terms of revenue for positioning. So if I would have to say something to the people in this room that today are cluster directors of sales or director of sales or director of revenue, and that they are looking into a general management position as part of their career, I will tell them to go and embrace it. At the age of 32, I wanted to be a director of sales, and I managed. And a few years later, in 2005, I bumped into an owner, and he said, Manuel, I need a general manager for my hotel. I said, okay, but I've only done commercial. He said, no, I need a commercial guy to run my property. That was in 2005. That was 20 years ago, and that was my first position as a general manager. So already, this gentleman, 20 years ago, and he was a self-made man, already believed that a general manager should have a commercial approach. Now, if I could say, as I mentioned earlier, if I could say something to everybody in this room, prepare yourself. Prepare yourself when it means with cross-training. Prepare yourself on the other different departments, not to become an expert. I'm not an expert in F&B, I'm not an expert in engineering, but I managed to get myself with the right team. And as I heard in this room, I think it was earlier today, a general manager becomes a conductor. I don't know how to play all the instruments. The conductor doesn't know how to play all the instruments, but you need to manage accordingly with that commercial vision that obviously as a commercial leader I have gathered throughout the years, and allow the other departments to play along with it. I know I have a few more minutes left, but I just wanted I wanted to wrap it up with what I just said at the end, which is believe in yourself, and whomever is in this room that feels that wants to be a general manager with a commercial background, it is the time to do it, because owners, asset managers, companies are believing in you, and you can do it. Well, thank you very much for your time, and enjoy the rest of the show.